There are calls for the resignation of the leader of Gosport Borough Council after it was revealed that no legal action was taken to recover money his company owed for business rates. Conservative Mark Hook denies an agreement to defer payment of £19,000 was a sweetheart deal, but political opponents say over the same period other businesses were taken to court. Here's our political editor Peter Henley.
Mark Hook is well known in Gosport. A former chairman of the town's football club, a councillor for 28 years, the leader for 10. He's also a local businessman. These two shops in the high street were his, selling furnishings and gift cards. And like many in Gosport, they struggled to make money. And now his political opponents say they've uncovered one way he kept them going was by not paying his business rates on time. The council took enforcement action, but records reveal under Freedom of Information show that the notices were overruled 9 times by senior officers in a 5-year period.
As the leader of the council, he should be a role model. People should be looking at him as an example of how people should be behaving. To repeatedly get his debt put on hold, to me, is just something wrong. There really is.
But he's a businessman, he's facing the realities of trying to trade in Gosport.
Agreed, he's a businessman, but he's also leader of the council, and as such, he should be setting an example.
The council's officers deny there was any favouritism, saying at all times our concern was to act in the best interests of the council to obtain payment of the outstanding amount with minimum delay. And Councillor Hook says he paid up all his debts when he recently sold the shops.
Small businesses do have those problems, and I was no different to many others.
But liability orders were being taken against hundreds of businesses and nothing against you.
There was approximately 30 a year. Currently there are 320 businesses in arrears owing £1.2 million. I don't want to publicise the problems that small businesses have, but we are aware that there are those difficulties.
The Lib Dems point to other times business and council interests were mixed. A contract to recarpet the borough's foyer, income from a council lease. But Councillor Mark Hook says, do you want someone who understands the real world or not?
Peter Henley's in Portsmouth for us tonight. I mean, how have people responded to this story, Peter?
Sally, it's market day over the water there in Gosport. I spoke to a lot of the stall holders. You might expect them to be sympathetic to Councillor Hook. Not at all. They said, how can we be expected to pay our business rates on time if he doesn't? Who's going to pay up in Gosport in future?
Is it different if a councillor doesn't pay his council tax?
Yeah, council tax is different. That's an individual responsibility. And there are many councillors who have been found not to pay their council tax. They're stopped from voting on financial matters in the council. Now, this is his business. There are definitely two sides to this. Nobody's saying he's actually done anything wrong, but it's about the perceptions that are being created. There's a meeting tomorrow night to discuss it. Could get heated.
Peter, thanks very much.